Hey, goldmario78. I know you asked a few weeks ago or suggested I make a video of my collection, so it's better late than never. So here's my Wii collection. And I think you asked about some of the harder to find ones. We got 101 Sports, and then sometimes I'll have doubles, like this is sealed. I guess good price on that. What else is hard to find? I got 2 copies, America Mensa Academy. Kind of got those before people knew about it. Back when people didn't even know if it came out in America. And then Aquapanic's kind of hard to find if in NTSC. Here's a PAL copy. That's the problem with buying on Amazon is people will list games under the NTSC but then send you a PAL copy, and I asked for a refund and they just said keep it. This game's it's not rare or anything, but I think it came in a big box, so they didn't even bother putting the spine. And then here's the standalone version. Not rare or anything. And then, don't know if you knew this game came with these cards, and they're kind of hard to find because I don't know if GameStop just throws them away or people trade things in loose, or they get lost. I'm not even sure if every copy came with the cards, so that's kind of cool. I have 3 copies of this because I'm sure there's variants and the 3D cover, and some have the 3D glasses in there. Again, not hard to find or anything. It's kind of been a while since I tried to find the hard ones. No, there's some up there and some over there. Funny thing is, this company is about less than a mile from my house in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. I don't think they're around anymore, but they published a lot of Wii games, and I'll email them. And I asked a bunch of games that were rumored to come out in America, but never did. I emailed them, and there was none that they knew came out in America. They asked the development team, I forgot what country it was, and they said no. None of the games I asked about came out in America. Got some big box ones that come with controllers and the covers for the Wii controllers. I think that's a Wii U game. This is my favorite launch title game. One of my favorite on the Wii still. Dragon's Lair Trilogy is pretty cool, but it's released on so many systems it doesn't really matter. Dokapon Kingdom, of course, got it from GameStop because it used to be like $20 or whatever, and now they upped it to $50. Still half price of eBay. Took me a long time to find that one. I called many GameStops, and they always had somebody else call ahead of time, get their copy before I got it. I don't have Gear Drive Legends, but Daniel O'Day from Rebel Gaming Club said that because I've made a couple trades with him, he'll give it to me if I can't find it. Because you'll see it on eBay for like $20, but you don't see it very often. I'm not super active looking for it though. This is amazing game. Not super hard to find, but also not super common. Got this steel box for Cursed Mountain. I think it came out in Canada. Most steel boxes for Wii came out in Canada only. And you can find them without the game. Oftentimes, like Epic Mickey 2 and some other games, you can find just the steel box, but not the actual game with it. So they must have made a bunch, but didn't actually package it. Again, here's a PAL version I got. And then the buyer, or the seller, didn't want me to send it back. They just gave me a refund. Cheap game, but it's cool if you ever played it. 2-pack. At one point in time, I had like 5 copies of this because GameStop would put it out there, and then every time I'd get it, they would just grab the Cooking Mama disc, and I'd have to check it and make sure it's the right one. And they acted annoyed almost every time because why does a 34-year-old man care about Cooking Mama? But yeah, I had like 5 copies. I don't know if anything else is super rare. I don't have that other Chuck E. Cheese game that I think's kind of rare. This game's awesome. 2-player. Castle of Shigigami 3. Sorry, I can't really read them that fast. All the Cabela's look really cool together. I really wish it would have been more uniform. I think Busy Scissors is the coolest bad label art on the Wii. That just cracks me up. Exer Beat, I don't think it's rare. I just think that it was in demand because it was also useful. Like, it's a good exercise game. I've played 20 hours or so of that, and it's fun. You work up a sweat. I got a couple copies of F1 2009. People thought that was rare, and I don't really think it is. It's an okay game. I'll find F1 2009 even on Craigslist every couple months. Fire Emblem, not rare, but people don't trade it in, so it makes it harder to find. And GameStop charges like $62 for it. So you gotta wait till you find a good deal on Craigslist or something. I don't know, nothing super rare. American Mensa Academy is kind of probably the hardest one. I just started looking earlier. The Core Plus, hard to find. With any fighting game, it's hard to find the manuals, because people, when they play the game, they take the manual out so they can look up all the moves, and so then they, sooner or later, lose it. This is a cool game. And I don't think it's super rare, but it didn't sell a lot of copies. I don't know. These aren't very good games. Help Wanted was... I played that game for quite a bit. It's got a good sense of humor. Fun to play, just weird Japanese humor. Nothing really that crazy here. Sorry, it's so dark in my room. People thought this game was rare for a long time, but I found lots of copies at GameStop, so I don't think it's really that bad. Steelbox Metro Prime Trilogy, not rare, but cool. One of the only Steelboxes come out in America. Metal Slug Anthology. Sucks that you have to use motion controls to throw your bombs. Yeah, I got all the Maximum games, Maximum Family games, racing games. I emailed the company, Twitter, all that, asking about a whole bunch of releases of games. They include me in that American Mensa Academy was actually released in America, but people were wondering if it was released or not. People sometimes say this game's hard to find, but it's just kind of a cool game. I don't think it's that hard. I've got the... Oh, this is another... way overpriced on eBay, but I got that on Craigslist. And there was another one that popped up. I'm in the Twin Cities in Minnesota, and there was another one that popped up actually on Craigslist, and I was working out a deal for the guy, and then the guy found out it was worth a lot of money and put it on eBay, and he told me he got $300 for it, but who knows. And I'm missing the Mexican released game. I don't know, it's based on that singing teenage girl. I'm missing that one. I found a store in Mexico that had it, and I had a friend who speaks Spanish call, but they would not ship it to America. So that one I'm still missing, but I've got, was it El Churro and that wrestling game. Lost in Shadows kind of hard. It's not that good a game, in my opinion. Nothing really here. Klonoa, I keep finding copies of this for super cheap. I think this game is terrible, but some people like it. Let's see. That's kind of cool game. I think I have 2 kart racers because one says Maximum Family Games, the other one says something Nordic Games probably. My Horse and Me riding for gold. Always found those at GameStop. Nothing really here. I put some games behind there so my games all like line up nice. If those aren't there, then they, of course, I made the shelves the exact depth of the Wii games. So if I don't have those there, then I can't get the games out very easily. This game is not rare, but again, I think because it's useful, like think of a gym membership, and now you just pay $20-$30 and you got a gym membership at home basically. No More Heroes is one of my favorite Wii games. I'm really excited that the Switch is going to have No More Heroes 3. Oregon Trail is really awesome and not super easy to find. Didn't sell well, but they should have made more. They should have marketed it. It was a really, really fun game. It just works super well. The controls are fun and it's fast and awesome. I'm not a fan of many of the RPGs on the Wii, but Apuna was fun. You could play with one hand and it was nice and laid back. Nothing really there that I see. This fighting game is really hard to find with the manual. If I find it with the manual, I usually pick it up and then try to trade it to a friend because it's hard to find with the manual. Again, I think people just lose it. This game is so much fun. Obviously, that's a fake cover. I do have the real one. I don't know why that one's out there. SNK Arcade Classics is kind of cool. This came with like some tickets for Six Flags, so you can buy it with the tickets. This game, not super rare, but not easy to find, and it went up in value when the Vita sequel, whatever, the next installment was announced. And usually with Wii games, once it goes up in value, then it doesn't really drop down super much. That's an interesting game. You don't see this one too much, or at least people aren't getting rid of it. The Wii version is awesome. The Wii U version sucks. The 3DS version is really bad. Rhythm Heaven Fever is one of my favorite Wii games. Red Steel 2 is cool. I don't know, there's probably some back there. There's like this shelf here, but I'm not gonna move it. Conduit Limited Edition. Conduit was an awesome first-person shooter for the Wii for a long time. Last Story is the one. Xenoblade Chronicles and Last Story are my exceptions to the Wii's RPGs. Nothing really. The Trauma series is fantastic on the Wii. The motion controls are just awesome. The intensity is awesome. The story sucks, but Ultimate Shooting Collection's fun. I like shooters. This one didn't sell many copies, I think, but it's easy to find on eBay. This one got hyped like crazy. Like, people were saying, oh, Konami's going down and they didn't make many and whatever, and it's not that great of a game. Feels like Pokemon Go, but not as fun. Use the balance board, though. Wii Party is a really fun game. And sometimes I'll see it priced at, like, in a group with Wii Play, so you can find it for $1 or $2 every once in a while. That's probably Xenoblade Chronicles. That's about it. So I'm under 100 games to go to complete the collection. The Mexican game is probably the most rare that I have to find. And then there's some of those 2-pack games that I don't have, but I'll find them sooner or later. Here are the the slipcover games for the Wii that I have, and then this is a steel case. Here's the Tron controller. That's pretty cool. Here are some from Nintendo.com. They used to refurbish. They still do with Wii U games, but then they quit selling. Like, they run out, so you kind of have to get them while they're there. I found this one at GameStop, and yeah, these are all the refurbished ones. This cleaner, speaker, a Wii controller. This is kind of cool. So it comes with a t-shirt. So they packaged the t-shirt in the back, and because they wanted... Sorry, I'm trying to hold this in one hand. Shit. Because they wanted to keep the back with the rating and all the barcode, they just printed it on the shirt. You know? And I have other big box behind all these. Just random stuff. Nothing really cool. Some more slipcovers back here. Fishing Resort, which is a really fun game in my opinion. Yeah, these are all... Is there anything behind there? Another Fishing Resort. Yeah, some big box stuff. That Gunslingers is cool with the guns. Got that Wayne Gretzky hockey, which surprisingly that bit of plastic actually makes the hockey more fun. Sight bots with the controller. And then I got doubles in here. Some 101 Sports that GameStop would screw up, or random video game stores would screw up. Miramasa is a really cool looking game, but I didn't think it was that awesome. Fritz Chess is kind of hard to find, just because, of course, a chess game doesn't sell well. Ivy the Kiwi got hard to find, and then rose in value insane, and it's an okay game, but I wouldn't go out of my way to find it. They have it on 3DS, so a lot cheaper. And this, all my doubles go back. I don't know if you can see 3 layers here, so I got a lot of doubles. Kind of for trade bait, and I have other friends who collect. Here's Jerry Rice and Nidus Dog Football. My friend actually found a sealed copy at a pawn shop for $2, so I have a sealed copy as well. That game took me a long time to find. This box is full of my sealed games. Yeah, I got over 100, I think. And there's more sealed games in here. And then, I don't know if you can see, these are doubles as well, but not as good games, so unlikely I'll really ever get rid of those unless I just bulk sell them on eBay. I have some more doubles down there. And then, at one point in time, I had over 30 Wiis. Now I think I'm sitting at like 17, because GameStop, when they do a deal where they give 50% trading credit, I'll trade in a Wii. There was one time where they were selling Wiis for $30, and then 2 weeks later, they were buying them for $35 store credit. And then now they've raised it up to like $80 for a Wii. So that's kind of cool. I never bought a Wii from GameStop, but you can get them on Craigslist for, I don't know, $20. People ask hundreds, and then I just wait a month, and then because they asked hundreds of dollars for their Wii, no one's even interested. So then when I come 30 days later and say we sell for $25, they say sure, and I get Mario Kart and a couple games. But it's a lot of work. That's why I have so many of those doubles. Is either GameStop's buy 2 get 1 free. Well, if I'm buying 2 games I don't have, let me just grab a good game for the 3rd free one. Or on Craigslist, people have tons of Endless Oceans and Mario Karts and tons and tons and tons of Wii Sports, all those. And I always check the Wii systems for memory cards, and sometimes I check for discs. So I don't know why, but some version of the Wii came with both Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. And then also just kind of cool, I have a complete NES set except for Stadium Events, because that's thousands of dollars, so I don't have the unlicensed game yet. I got the Wii U kiosk from GameStop. While I was buying Wii games, I just asked, what are you doing with that? And they said, you can have it if you can take it. Threw it in my truck. Alright, cool. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or anything, let me know. I like seeing your videos of your collection.